Okay, welcome everybody. This is Brian, aka the Saltwater Rookie, coming at you with a series of videos to hopefully help you get started on setting up a saltwater aquarium. So, being the Saltwater Rookie, this is actually my first fish tank that I'm going to be using saltwater with. I plan on going the full route with live rock, live sand, corals, some fish, things like that. And hopefully I want to help you figure out exactly what you need to get started without, breaking your budget, without going overboard, because there's a ton of stuff you can read online. I've been through multiple forums, I've been through message boards, websites, informational type things, and I found so much stuff out there that it can all get pretty confusing pretty quickly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk you through the upfront purchases that I made, why I made them. In the description I'll have links to where you can also make the same purchases if this is something you decide to do yourself, and hopefully it'll give you a good overview. My next video will be that will be the unboxing of the actual aquarium, which I have not taken out of the box yet. I'm going to show you that here. That's the box for it. I purchased a Biocube, a Life Biocube 29-gallon tank off of Amazon. It was roughly $250, and that was the biggest purchase, obviously. But as you know, if you're starting to look into saltwater, everything that you'd like to get for your system adds up very quickly. So I suppose what I'll do is I'll just start from left to right and point out everything that I got, why I got it, about how much it was, and hopefully it will help you out if you are delving into the saltwater hobby. Okay, so first on the left here is just a plain old 5-gallon bucket. I got that from I think I got it from Walmart or Kmart with a lid. Now what this bucket will be used for is it will store salt water that I make that I'll use for every water change. So they recommend like a 10 to 20% water change. I'll probably be doing 10%, which is 3 gallons. It's a little bit more than 10% since it's a 29-gallon tank. But this holds 5 gallons, so I'll be making salt water 3 gallons at a time for every water change that I need to do. That will be in this bucket. The next bucket here, as you can see, is Instant Ocean sea salt. It will handle 160 gallons of salt water. It's actually a 48-pound bucket, and the reason that I went so large is every time you do a water change, you need to make new salt water. And I could have gotten a much smaller size quantity of the sea salt, but it didn't make much sense to me because you'd eventually have to use it all anyway, and it was much cheaper to buy it in a larger quantity like this. So I actually got this from Petco.com. Petco was having a sale, so it was cheaper than Amazon. And in addition, some credit cards like my Discover card allow you to get cash back, extra cash back on your purchases on certain websites. Petco was one of those sites. I got an extra 10% off, so it was a pretty good deal. I want to say this was around 50 bucks, maybe 44 bucks. I don't know, right around there. So that's that bucket. All right, up next, this scraggly looking box, I actually hope that it's in good shape, is the Life Biocube size 29 aquarium stand. This fits the Biocube perfectly. I've read mixed reviews on it online, but I want to give it a try because a lot of the negative reviews seemed, overly picky. A lot of the negative reviews talked about issues with the stand that probably happened during shipping. So I don't really think that's necessarily fair to the actual stand and the product itself if you talk about the shipping and if it was damaged in transit, that type of thing. So I'm hoping that despite some of these rips in the boxes, rips in the box, that the actual pieces of particle board and wood are intact. So that was actually on sale again on Petco.com. It was roughly $128 plus tax and free shipping, and I got the extra 10% back on my credit card. So that is going to be put together for the Biocube. All right, moving on here, we'll go to the obvious thing here. This is an Eheim Jaeger True Temp heater. This is it right here. It is actually a 150 watt heater, which is a little overkill for this size tank. However, for some reason on Amazon, the 150 watt heater was cheaper by about $6 or $7 than the 100 watt heater. So this was about, I want to say $22 or $23, and the 100 watt heater was like $28 or $29. So I went with this. I actually do not have a controller yet that will kill the heater if it starts to overheat the water, but that's something I'm going to want to invest in, especially because this is a larger heater, and if it starts to go haywire, it will definitely fry everything in the tank very quickly. So that is the heater I went with, the Eheim Jaeger. The 150 and the 100 watt models both got very good reviews on multiple websites, so that's why I chose that. Let's see, up next here is The Bag by Seachem. I purchased this off of InTank, or no, I purchased this off of Amazon because it was cheaper than InTank. But this is going to be used for the Purigen, which is a filtration type of chemical. You can recharge it. I believe it's like 10 times you can recharge it, and it's supposed to be one of the best available. So the Purigen will go in the bag, which will go in the back of the tank for the filtration. Now, a lot of people use Purigen and ChemiPure, I believe it's called, or ChemPure, something like that. But from what I read, at least to start out with, having both products is kind of overkill because you don't have a lot of organisms in the tank. You don't have a lot of buildup and things like that. So I'm just going to start out with this product, and then we'll go from there and see how it goes. So there's that. All right, that was Amazon too because it was cheaper. Now this I got, let's see what this is. This is a salinity refractometer, I believe is the name of it. And this is going to be used to test your water for your salt content. You'll need this when you're initially filling the tank. You'll need it when you are also doing water changes to make sure the salinity of your water is appropriate. I purchased this from, again, Amazon because it was cheaper and it shipped very quickly. It seems like it's a good quality. It got good reviews, so that's why we went with that. All right. Up next, okay, so this is the in-tank filter basket, or media basket it's called, media basket. Now, I read many conflicting reports on message boards and on different websites about what modifications to make to the Biocube. Now, some people go crazy, they go haywire, they go above and beyond, they drill things, they take out all the stuff that's in it, and they replace everything. Well, I didn't want to spend a ton of money right off the bat, so I decided on just a few mods, this being one of them. The Biocube comes with bio balls that you put in the back of the unit. I'm going to take those out. I'm going to use this instead. And what this will do is it'll sit in chamber number 2. The filter floss that I got there that actually came free with this from InTank will sit in the top. The water will drain through the filter floss. It will then drain past the bag with the Purigen, filtering the water, through the bottom and into the rest of the second chamber, and into the third chamber will be pumped back into the tank. So I actually did not go with a protein skimmer. At this point in time, I didn't go with the ChemiPure that I mentioned. I'm just going to start with this, the filter floss, and the Purigen, and see how it goes. Now, whew, I'm talking so fast. I'm getting ahead of myself. Obviously, I'm going to pretty much record my entire journey from start to finish with this tank. So if you stick with me and you continue watching the videos, you'll see if this choice worked out for me, if it didn't work out for me, if I had to add additional chemicals, if I end up losing fish. I don't know what's going to happen. It's going to be quite interesting. So there's that. This is roughly, I want to say 50 some bucks plus shipping and handling on InTank. Again, the link to the actual product will be in the description below the video down here. So, okay, there's that. And the last thing that I purchased ahead of time, I just purchased today. And this is actually, just so you can tell what it is, it might be hard to see on the video. This is egg crate. It's essentially grating for overhead lighting that you would put in a drop ceiling. Now, people do multiple things with egg crate. They either build one of these themselves, which I could have done, but I wanted to go with the professional product just because it looked nicer. It seemed like it was very sturdy. It got great reviews. The website does a lot of custom things for the fish tank community, and I thought it'd be good to support them. So that's why I actually went with the real deal product itself. But you can recreate that product with egg crate, which some people choose to do because it's much less money. Because this entire sheet here was like $14 at Home Depot, and that guy right there, as I just mentioned, was like $53. So I can understand how people want to do that. I considered doing that, but I think that I'll have this tank long term. So to me, it was way more beneficial to get the product that will last, that is sturdy, that I won't have to mess with, that I won't have to tinker around with. So that's why I went with, boom, the in-tank media basket. And I got this for a different reason. Now the reason that I got this is because a lot of times on the internet you'll see people saying, well, how do I build my rock formation? Do I put my sand in first? Do I put my rock in first? I should put my rock right on the glass, so if I get certain sea animals, they won't dig underneath and uproot your rocks and mess up everything you built. So I've seen a lot of conflicting things. Well, I talked to a longtime local, what would you call them? Local fish store. LFSs is what they call them online. I went to a local LFS. It's been around for a long time. And his recommendation was buy a sheet of egg crate and cut it out to match the bottom of your tank. And my first question was why? Why do I want egg crate in the bottom of the tank? I don't know if the sand will cover it, if, creatures will slide around on it if I don't have enough sand on top of it. And he said the issue with putting rocks right on the glass is if while you are moving them around or while you are stacking them on top of each other, what if one falls and hits the glass and cracks it? Then you are in trouble. So that was definitely a good point because, as I mentioned, the Biocube was the most expensive bit in this whole operation. It made a lot of sense to me to buy the egg crate that I'm actually going to cut out. I'll probably show the final product. I won't show me cutting it out or anything like that. But the egg crate will actually go on the bottom of the tank to make it easier to do the aquascaping. And apparently, because of the actual grating itself, it gives it some more grip. It gives the rocks more grip on the bottom instead of just sliding around on glass. So that's why the egg crate is beneficial, and that's why I went to Home Depot to pick up a sheet of it, one sheet, because the Biocube is like 20 by 21, and this sheet is 2 by 4. So I'm actually gonna have to cut it both ways to get it to fit inside the tank itself. So there you have it. There is the initial batch of items I purchased. I actually have some rock coming from Florida from Reef Cleaners that I will probably talk about in the next video. In the next video, or I'll either do that or I'll just show the stand completed because I'll work on the stand soon. You'll be able to see what kind of rock I went with. Some people go with 100% live rock, which I chose not to do, and I'll talk about why I chose not to do it in the next video. So you'll see what I ordered, why I ordered, how much it was, where I got it from, all that good stuff. And hopefully, if you want to start a tank, you might choose to do the same. So, in closing, this was a very long-winded video, even though I was talking quickly. And hopefully the items that I purchased and the reasons that I purchased them will help you make decisions when starting a saltwater tank. I really recommend going with the 29-gallon because much smaller than that, you really struggle to put any fish in it at all. Because in a saltwater environment, the amount of fish you can have per gallon is much lower than it is in a freshwater environment. So I would go with the Biocube, Coralife Biocube 29. Maybe consider some of the things that I purchased here and see how it goes. I'm gonna see how it goes, and you're gonna see how it goes with me. as I continue creating these videos. So thanks for watching, and if you're interested in more fish stuff from the viewpoint of a noob, rookie, saltwater guy, then be sure to subscribe below. I have very few subscribers, so I'd appreciate some subscribers so you guys can check out when I post a new video, which I'll be doing as I go through the process. So you'll be going through everything I'm going through with my saltwater tank as I go through it. Boy, that was a mouthful. All right, thanks everybody, and until next time.